So did Ninja accidentally leak what's actually going to be happening in the future?
Alright, like, I'll go out, you know, my own friends, like, my previous friends.
Alright, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing the recent mini nerf and update 7.2. Pretty much I'm going to be telling you guys why that they got nerfed, and then the overall bigger picture as to why they're getting nerfed. You know, a lot of streamers, YouTubers and stuff like that are saying this as well, and I've been saying this since minis first got nerfed a few weeks back. And before we actually get started with the video, I just want to go ahead and say, if you guys are new around here, make sure you do go ahead and subscribe. As you know, we just hit 2K. I cannot thank you guys enough for the support. That was literally my goal by summer, and we already hit it before the end of January. So I cannot thank you guys enough. Pretty much, if you guys aren't around here, I do post, you know, Fortnite tips, tricks, news updates, leaks here and there. And I'm also going to start, you know, posting, you know, editing tutorials, building tutorials for people on console, as I know I do have a lot of people that play on console actually watch me. So with that out of the way, let's just go ahead and get right into the video. So pretty much there are 3 reasons as to why I believe minis got nerfed. The first 2 being huge, or at least the second one being really, really big. But the third one is recently, so I'll discuss that at the very end. But getting started with the first one, I believe minis were nerfed because if you think about it, okay, minis you could stack in stacks of 10. That would in return net you possibly, or you know, potentially 250 shields. So if you got hit for 50 shield, you could just keep replenishing that over and over and over, you know, as long as it's below 150. So say you had 150 and you got knocked down to 100, you could continue to go back to 150 over and over again, you know, 5 times. That's netting you 250 shield. Now, big pots on the other hand, you could only hold in stacks of 3. They were a much, or you know, they weren't a green rarity, they were a blue rarity, so they were a higher rarity, so you didn't find them as often, and they could only net you 150. So with both of those 2 things in mind, there was no reason to try and hold big pots, as you wouldn't find them as often. You know, you were less likely to find them on enemies that you eliminated, and you couldn't get as much health from them. So now that minis have been reduced down to 6, you now can only get 150 net shield from it instead of 250, but they still spawn at the same rate. So pretty much what I believe that they were doing is that they were just bringing minis in line with big shields, and actually giving you a reason to hold 3 big shields, as we all know that big shields can take you from 150 to 200 where minis cannot. So you know, it's much more of a, hey, I actually want to take a big shield instead of minis this time, you know, because minis aren't going to net me at an extra 100 health potentially. And big pots can also take me over 150. Now getting on to the next reason, this is the big one. This is the one that I've seen all the YouTubers, streamers talking about as well, and I've been saying this since the very beginning. I believe what they're going to do is that they're going to actually add health per kill inside of public matches. Now if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you guys have played Pop-Up Cup, you know, like the I believe they're tournaments or whatever in game on like the tournaments page, you would have seen pop-up cups, and they're not doing them right now. Or technically they are, but they're only doing it for like content creators, or I believe people that placed super high in the last ones. They have like a limited time thing where they can actually play in pop-up cups right now. But pretty much how pop-up cups work, if you have never played them, and if you haven't, if they do come back, I highly suggest you play them. So pretty much what happens is that every time you get a kill, you get 50 shield or health depending on which one you need, and you would also get, I believe, 200 of every material. I don't think the 200 material is actually going to be coming into public matches, but I do believe the shield is. That would make sense because they don't want minis and big pots and, you know, chug jugs and slurps laying all around if they're gonna start adding health per kill. It makes the most sense. You know, I've seen streamers like Ninja agree with this as well. There's literally a clip of him saying this almost exactly. And not that I'm saying that, you know, streamers or, you know, YouTubers and stuff like that have inside information, you know, about what's going on with the game. But if you guys remember, you know, creative mode, streamers knew about that, or, you know, content creators knew about that for, you know, a while before it came out, because, you know, they were showed it early access to kind of, you know, like get them prepared for when it actually launched, to be able to, I guess, advertise it correctly. And I'm not saying that, you know, that they know what's happening, but I do believe that they kind of do, you know, have an ear inside of, you know, what's going to be going on. And like, I've heard multiple streamers say this. That's the thing. The biggest one, of course, being Ninja, just because everyone knows who he is. So Did Ninja accidentally leak what's actually going to be happening in the future? Tell me what you think down in the comment section below, but I actually believe that this is the biggest reason as to why minis did get nerfed. I believe that they're going to start adding health per kill to the game inside of public matches. I know it was in Siphon, the game mode, and the big thing about adding health per kill is that it allows you to get high kill gameplays, because the worst thing ever is having 20 plus kills in a solo squad and you have 50 HP because you have fought 20 plus people, but you can't find any shields. Also, with the addition of gliders taking up an inventory slot, and I believe the gliders are trash if you want my honest opinion, but the gliders taking up an inventory spot, that was an inventory spot that people used to use for health / shields. So now you really don't find any sort of shields anywhere. I know me personally, like if I find shields right off the bat, I'm keeping them, because I know everyone else probably has 1 or 2 minis, maybe a big pot, but they definitely have gliders or something. So shields are just very, very rare right now, and I believe that they will add this update toward the end of season 7 or the beginning of season 8, where you get health per kill inside of a public match. Now the third reason, this one's just happened recently, and that's the zombies. So zombies, of course now they give you some shield every time you kill them, so 3 or 4 shield per zombie kill. They're all around the map. So yeah, pretty much that's my overall opinion of it. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below, as I am curious as to what you guys think of the minis being nerfed. Do you guys use minis anymore, or you guys strictly stick to big pots and chug jugs and slurps? I mean, personally, I would take 2 slurps pretty much over anything, but that's just my personal opinion. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.